Hello, hello. Apparently my doodad over there is not working. Chat is supposed to be in the little gray box, but they're not. Which is very strange. Very strange indeed. I would say maybe if I refresh the page, but I doubt that would do it. I don't know, stream, let's see. I think it's through Stream Elements. For some reason. Or no, this is through Streamlabs. For some reason, it just loves to consistently have a problem. Which is very strange. It's news to me. But nonetheless, it shouldn't be a huge problem. But yeah. Gonna be doing some Call of Cthulhu. Which I have a feeling we won't be getting through entirely, but it's a game that I do enjoy, and I thought, hey, I have this one wish listed. It's pretty good. I mean, I will say it's definitely short, but yeah, I don't think it's on sale or anything right now. But let's see, what's the price of it? $20? I mean, it's definitely, if you're going for like $1 per hour, like unless you do multiple runs, trying to get like every achievement or something like that, it's definitely not 20 hours long. I'm doing like 2 things at once because I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working. Well, I was hyped for this and seems like it was okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could have been better, of course. But yeah. Oh, there it's working. With sirens coming in, it made the chat work again. But yeah, like, I will say that it's not the most perfect it could have been. I thought it was a little short. I thought it has some like RPG-esque elements with like skill leveling, and then they bring in like the occult stuff. It felt like that was a little rushed. It's not perfect, but I guess it's as close as we're gonna get. Because I don't remember the original that well. And I forget what that one's called. I think it's just Call of Cthulhu something something. It's got like a subtitle to it, I think. The Dark something something. But yeah. It could... Dark Corners of the Earth is what the other one's called. Which I remember being on like the Xbox. Which that one got even worse ratings than this one. Now that's saying something. But it's enjoyable for what it is. I would definitely say for what it offers to get it on a sale, unless you're just really into supporting devs. But yeah. I enjoyed it to an extent. There's always some things that, you know, need improved. The worst one, I will say this, I haven't played it myself, but I've seen a lot of gameplay of it, is the Sinking City. Like, that one to me was some of the roughest looking gameplay. Because it's this open world mystery, but there's not really a lot going on for the open world, so you're just spent like, okay, you gotta do this thing over across town, go discover the location, you gotta go to the like mayor's office, you gotta go to the library or something and discover where something is. Then you have to run all the way over there, then you'll be sent somewhere else and you gotta run all the way back. It's some gross gameplay for Sinking City. Plus, I think there was some, like, publisher-developer situation. But this will be enjoyable. One, I plan on doing it the most chaotically. Every decision that I can do that sounds bad, I want to try to do it. I want to do all the bad decisions. I want to do all the things that you wouldn't expect. I want to try to make it as weird as possible, which I don't remember a ton of the decisions. Drunk main character. Yeah. I mean, I have to be as sloshed as possible. That's just, you know, that is the definition of Call of Cthulhu. Drunk main character, fist fight Cthulhu. Why can't you fight, you know, fist fight Cthulhu? Just a, you know, he's just an eldritch horror. What if that's like the loophole, right? Because obviously they do that where it's like, to even look upon him is to go mad. But like, what if you're so sloshed? Or like, you know, whatever, you're you're blindfolded. You know, you are not in the right capacity to make logical decisions. And yeah, you're just like, come on, Cthulhu, just bring it on. It's got to be some situation like that, right? Like, you know, there has to be a loophole to this. The eldritch beings can't win. Nah, that's usually how they get you, though. To even look upon this creature is to go mad. And then you're just like, oh, well, you know, I looked upon it. Shoot, dang. I don't remember there being a lot of action compared to the first one either. This will definitely be all poor decisions, you know, the worst kind of roleplay. I am here to make our main character look crazy. I'm gonna make this situation 10 times worse. That's my plan anyway. This is, you know, I was trying to do like The Walking Dead, like the really poor decision Lee. We're gonna be doing that, but with this. And this I know works, unlike The Walking Dead, because I needed the HD remaster apparently. But while I am getting everything set it up, how is everyone doing? How is everyone doing for more spooky gameplay? I feel like this won't be very spooky for anyone. There's like one segment of this game that may or may not be considered spooky. Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Not spooky, but still. Nothing's more spooky than giant turtles. I don't know. You'd probably consider that like some sort of horror. Existential horror. Oh my god, there's a 30-foot tall turtle. Apparently, Windows Defender is here to defend me from Call of Cthulhu. I may or may not already have a save file too, which I don't know if you can have more than one. Watch Mario turn into stuff and stomp Goombas like it's going out of style. I mean, yeah, again, like in a real sense, like that would be horrific. This human man jumping on a human-sized turtle and somehow it just goes bloop and it just squishes. Oh my god. The true horror. I feel like that kind of stuff's always overdone though, right? The whole, you know, Mario is eating mushrooms and is high. It's the same kind of thing where it's like, what if this game was spooky? Okay, yeah. How dare. Hang on. For some reason, it doesn't capture. Apparently, everything's going kind of wrong. There we go. Jeez, like, at first I thought it was, you know, something, thought it wasn't full screen, it wasn't capturing. Yeah, I was about to say, like, this should all be good. So yeah, I've beaten the game before, a really long time ago, I think. Here's Investigations Agency, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. That's not healthy. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. Oh! Oh no, bureaucracy! Oh god! Not the true horror. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. Thanks, subtitles, just in case I couldn't see it. Oh, I'm in goop. Oh, there's fish everywhere. It's the creature from Jaws. I've never seen one. They had to make sure. A shark? Yeah, we'll say a shark. To be fair, can you really call the creature from Jaws a shark with how many sequels and like Revenge of Jaws and that thing's like a mutant. Man, he goes through a whole motion. I totally forget this. Sure, a shark is the problem here. Yeah. Clearly, the shark did this to me. It put me in this underground cavern full of tubs and buckets and crates and fish bones. And very blatantly obvious hiding spots for when a guy goes walking through like this. I mean, come on, that's what this is, right? I don't think I can investigate anything yet. Oh god, it's another one! It's not a true horror experience without rusty metal hooks. I've been pushing control this whole time. Let me in! Let me in! Fine. I'll find my own way. Also, this fog effect is really weird. It's just like plastered on the screen, you know? Oh, it's too dark. I can't see. I must grab the eerily glowing lamp. Hurricane lamp. It's emitting a lot of smoke. This can't be good. Let me just... Oh. Bolt cutters. We're piecing it all together. Wouldn't this be your, like... maybe not, you know. Now that I see the giant mysterious fish monster over there. But yeah, like, you know, you could just sail out, you know. He's over here like, hang on, I'm gonna go crack open this bars over here when I have a perfectly good boat that I can just sail away. You can't keep me out forever. Oh.
In my wake, hold along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
My conscience is very loud. See, this is another sneaky thing, you know? Like, there's very blatantly a way that I'm supposed to go. And somebody's playing some weird music here, too. I feel like I could probably adjust the sound. It was a little quiet on my end. Actually, he was maxed out on my end. I guess we're just gonna beep. apparently I have to apply. There. Good enough.
What a putrid offering.
There we go. Now I can hear him insulting me. You know. Wait, are you calling me I just need to get this correct. Are you calling me putrid or all these dead fishies? Hello, voice? Voice? He's not gonna answer.
You have been chosen.
Why are you telling me to run? Nothing here. I'm gonna take my goody old time.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
It's all the Slendermen.
But perhaps you will attempt to change it.
It's the Slenderman convention. There's a lot of snap cuts. I don't remember there being that many. He's touching me with his grody hand.
I hate whiskey.
I hate whiskey.
I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares. But for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. That one-liner. Yeah, he clearly hates whiskey, all right. Friggin' 2 bottles right by the couch.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader.
I used to. Not anymore. Certificate of membership.
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top.
Whiskey makes him dream of God. It brings him closely to godliness.
I have business here to attend to.
We just
I have business here.
get me out of here. Man.
A good old story of blackmail in a speaking.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this one, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot you can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. You know, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend.
The husband never understood
Couldn't understand.
that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. I have a feeling I'm not the most successful.
Natural science,
Yeah.
linguistics, archaeology.
And another bottle of whiskey. Dude, you can throw these away. There's a trash can right here. And another bottle, and another bottle, and another bottle. Like, you either have a serious problem, or you're just, you know, you just don't feel like throwing them away, you know?
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Another bottle. The bottle next to the trash can. Yeah, it's so close. I mean, yeah, it's like, you just do that, you know? I mean, I guess to be fair, it's a little trash can, and there's like 8 bottles in this room alone. We'll leave the music on. Why not? Never mind. Apparently, the button just turns it off forever.
I down something other than my nightmares.
Pierce Investigation Agency. Doctor will repeat when I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? It's usually not the first thing you go to.
I'm listening.
Ahoy hoy.
Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield.
I'm locked in on this whiskey in front of me.
I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A file destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Bureaucracy. Okay. I don't remember what I did the first time I did this, but I like the idea of being a weenie. Can I lower this? Turns out no. Unless remove is just a lie. Yeah, no. Apparently I have to be, but I could just ignore it the rest of the game. Man, could you imagine my investigation was like 1? Like, I'm a private eye. Proceeds to be like the dumbest, blindest private eye. Man. Oh, I can put it all in occult. Man, this would be an interesting... I feel like that would be the most... How do I ruin this run is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm... So I know you can get out of a certain... You know, you can get out of certain things with, obviously, speech and strength. Medicine, I don't think is super important. Cult detective makes for an oxymoron. No, he'd be the perfect one. If he's an occultist, then he's already like, I could see beyond the veil. Full medicine. I mean, true, that would be... I feel like at least occultism would give me something if I just went full medicine. It's like, I'm a doctor, not a... not an investigator. Hulk smash. No, I think strength can get you kind of far, ironically. If I remember right. To be fair, it's been a very long time. Spot hidden, I know, is pretty useful as well. I don't know if I want to make this like a complete wash of a run. But I am really curious of just going all occult. Like, I've never done that, and I don't think... Like, that's such a weird decision. Medicine is definitely... If I go all medicine, that's blatantly like me just throwing in the towel already. I guess I'd like to do something a little weird, and this is definitely weird. I will go... Let's see. I'll level that up to 2. I feel like 3 is maybe a little high. We could do 2 medicine. And honestly, that would probably be it. And then 3 spot hidden. That feels like a normal yet stupid build. Because that way I can at least see stuff. If I see stuff, I might see occult stuff. And the medicine is just for my own sake of being weird. Improving the skill increases your chance of determining the dosage of a drug, making a diagnosis, or expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Well, no, duh. Eloquence and strength, I think, are your biggest problem solvers. Investigation, I think, analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. Yeah, I kind of like this. I like this. It's weird. It's out of the norm. Who levels these up right off the bat, right? This was just because I had a few points left over. And everything's well-rounded, you know? I'm not like in between. Let's do it. Never leveling up eloquence and strength. That I do plan on doing. I will never level up these. I will do everything else depending on how far we get. Do you really want to validate this? Don't sass me like that. Do you really want to validate this character?
Thank
Are you sure you're not wasting your time?
On a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor...
I really want to ask this. Why are you so keen on medicine and the occult?
accepting fewer new cases.
Look, I'm a weird detective. What can I say?
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the...
That's a
Western
weird
Agency,
thing to
we'll hire
ask.
you on the payroll.
Like,
Mr. Pierce, you still...
are they worth it? It's like,
I'm coming.
it's an investigation. Like, isn't that kind of your thing? Like, I didn't even hear a guy knock. He's just standing there like,
Sir, I
Can
came
I
here
come
on
in?
the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
it's not even noon.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr.
You're just saying
Pierce,
he's an
are you
art collector
capable
because of
handling
the
your case, or are you
painting
simply
under
a
his arm.
deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah.
And
my
are
girl,
you?
She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
My God.
Yes, everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her
He
of
made the
killing her
dictionary.
family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
This is
I
the
can't do
Mr.
anything for a
Dictionary?
woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you
That's
to
not
look
much.
carefully at
I've
this
brought
painting.
all that I have. A painting. It's really
Tell me all
weird.
the
Look at it.
assumptions that come to mind.
This isn't like a lot of evidence, but it is really
what am I
weird.
supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Oh, look at
That's all
this
you've got?
dang picture.
The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Oh, so you did have more, and you just lied to me. Hang on, let me use my powers of investigation.
There's a symbol on the man's chest. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
How is that not occultism? You're over here talking about symbols, and it's like he breathed a message into it. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He's convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. Mr. Dictionary, that is. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Yep, she's crazy. Get out of my office. Dang.
A warehouse.
I
on
tried.
Broadway. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Rather thin. Well, I guess, they are kind of, fit, A shipping label. Some of it's unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Ugh. All the secrets are always on the back of this.
So,
Turns
Mr.
out there were no
Pierce,
secrets.
what do you make of these elements?
She's crazy. That's very blatantly obvious. You shouldn't take this painting lightly. I read about her mental frailty in the police report. Something not right about this story. Yes, let's make him more concerned. You shouldn't take this painting lightly.
Could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must
If you
find
say
the
so,
meaning
crazy
behind all
person.
this.
He's more crazy than I am. Where did Sarah Hawkins live?
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to
Leading
ship me
Webster
off
on
there.
for money.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Look, Mr. Dictionary. I know you have all the money here. Just hand it over. That is true. Like, I could just be like, oh yeah, I think you're nuts, but I'll totally do it if you pay me. Wink, wink, you know. Something's not right about this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware
I believe
of
you
that.
are right.
I believe there
You're
is
being
more to this case
framed.
than just an accident.
They think your entire family is nuts. I read about her mental frailty.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would
That's
have
not a
hurt
great
fly.
way to lead that.
She thought she saw things.
No, she's not crazy. But she did see things
I
that
never
no
knew
one
that
else
she was
did.
like that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Well, let's find out about Warehouse
Sender's
36.
label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out.
That's
Go
what
to
I'm paying you for.
Find
Oh, yeah,
Warehouse
I forgot.
36.
I didn't put a lot of points in investigation, you know. That's might be. That's all the information I need.
I think I'm beginning to
Case
understand.
closed.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her
An
family
artist
members.
dies.
Your only
They
clue
think she's crazy because everyone knows she saw visions, but you're swearing that doesn't mean she's crazy.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that
This case is
warehouse.
really hard. I need
Find out the truth
$500 more
regarding Sarah
dollars.
Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely
$500?
compensated.
That's like $1 billion in our time.
I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less.
I'm gonna
from
need
a
an
man
extra
in your situation.
$12.50.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
I have to pay for my drinking habit somehow.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
It's a very specific book.
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Am I somewhere in that photo? The learning of medicine. Yes, this is how I got my medical degree. I don't suppose there's any more weird books in my office now that I'm apparently able to find them. I never did take the drink. Yeah, I need to get plastered for this. This will affect your destiny. Man, Cthulhu does not like alcoholism. Can I just, like... Yeah, let's just... Look, I really need to, like, loosen up, you know? I gotta really feel the burn, you know? It just never goes down. Oh, there it goes. Woo! Oh! Man, it's like a truck. Anywho.
I used to be an avid reader.
Yeah, I remember that. Guessing it's this book.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book.
Just because you've never heard of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Like,
but it seems to have been shunned since then.
look, if I don't know it's there, it doesn't exist. And then he just throws this into the trash can. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes, but don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the halls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? Very weird book that this has. No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land of the coast of Massachusetts.
All I
I have
to do
some
is
weird
go
books in my office.
I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to dark natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
I drank it all. These bottles are empty. I suppose I can, like, take the painting with me, right? Nope. We're off to Darkwater. I've earned a point already. I will be so occultist by the time this is over. I won't go mad by seeing Cthulhu because I'll already be mad. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point of Pierce's investigation. They just have whale bones everywhere. Definitely a very weird... Look, they mentioned that they had their dream gods over here, you know? Why is Darkwater so green? Yeah, I was already gonna say this already looks like it isn't Earth. I mean, yeah, like, it's definitely like, it's going all in, just like cranked to 11 of like, yes, spooky Cthulhu, you know. I feel like if a place looked like this in real life, they'd be like, yeah, you're breaking some violations, some like health codes. What's the matter? We just like to have a bunch of whale bones around our town. This place is so green. Back in the 1920s, we would just dump radiation into the water. Just throwing uranium in the... It's secretly not Cthulhu, it's just, yeah, there's just a uranium deposit, like, in the water. Everything is so green, even the light is green. Guys, you really need to, like, clean up around here. We've got some pollution.
There's guys coming to unload.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me. He's like, you stay here.
Welcome to Darkwater Island.
There's
Mr. Pierce.
people gonna unload. It's like, what?
So, what wind brought you?
Cthulhu
Does the
and Twilight
Hawkins case mean
scenes.
something to you?
Wasn't like Twilight like blue?
A sad story.
Overly
All
blue.
prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Crazy.
A nice young woman and a great painter. What a trip.
100% crazy.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me,
He had to
find me
really
in the
emphasize
harbor
that.
office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Oh, look. I've looked around the docks. I just walk back in. Think so, but it didn't involve the ocean, so maybe it'd be greener. True. Nothing says ocean like green.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
Who threw this whale here?
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
This is a scene from like Fallout. Like, look at this fish.
Badmouth what you don't know.
People have already been like biting on it.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
Also, all of you guys.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble.
I guess the sea air isn't very good for the skin, because man, they look.
Sign.
Woo.
There's something coming. Something real bad.
A whole new meaning to the song Under the Sea.
Shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops. They can't
The
understand.
blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters.
Not
What
since all the
creature
killer
could
whales showed up.
possibly have done this?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops.
Whoa,
They
man, you can't just be
understand.
calling people that.
Stupid idiots. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I just wanted to look at this whale. You
I'm
know
looking
about
for this
Warehouse
address.
36?
Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself.
On
Pierce,
purpose.
Private detective.
In any case, it's not very important.
Because I'm
I
doing
can't answer.
crime.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn
Cops
stupid
don't know
idiots.
about whales.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Which, I mean, you know, that kind of adds up. This looks like Dishonored. That's true, yeah. Definitely, like, get a little bit more industrialism in here. Oh my god, Dishonored is
Prohibition is
just
just a
part of
joke.
Call of Cthulhu.
That suits me fine.
Why is there just a random bottle here? Okay, I don't think investigating too much is going to lead anywhere. But I'll do my best. Man. There's like 3 people that are wearing the same clothes, same hair color, same face. The triplets, they all stay outside. It's the fashion in Darkwater. We all wear brown tops and blue pants.
Hey, Be careful.
Yeah, that guy needs to be careful. We don't know how deep he's been in the cups. This is my 12th, whatever the heck I'm drinking.
He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Me, 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 me. Hold the test eloquence. Hold the test strength. You're overdoing it. I mean, yeah. You're overdoing it. I like nudged his chair.
I don't have time for all this bravado.
Don't be so high and mighty, sir. We don't like mainland snobs.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I have a feeling he's not going to answer. Don't suppose I could order that drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Find out about Darkwater. Let's see. Sarah
can you tell me
Hawkins.
about her?
We're here to
We all knew
investigate
she was
Sarah
famous
Hawkins.
on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Is it true that they were strange? It's not speaking ill if it's true.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
This just feels like
You
this
need
could
to
just
see
be
them for
like
yourself.
ahead of
Make
their
up
time
your own
artist, you know? She painted some weird things and it just wasn't like your standard.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Yes. I'm an avid
I've
drinker.
got what I need.
Anything else?
I feel like I don't need to know the history of why he calls this
What
place
can you
this.
tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland.
Why you're called a stranded whale, as there's a whale,
Never
killer
understood
whale,
why.
literally outside the door.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Yeah. Kind of figured.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Is she actually dead, or... I think they are believing that she is actually dead. So basically, yeah, everyone's under the assumption that she is dead.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Well, I don't even know where it is.
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here
It's
say you can
haunted.
hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
This is the most cowardly person I've ever seen. I don't believe in the friggin' warehouse. It's haunted. It's spooky. What the heck is this? It is like the chunkiest liquid I've ever seen. Man, I wish I could like crouch just enough to... Look at that. That is some chunky stuff. Bar milk. That's what happens when you order milk at a
Charles
bar.
Hawkins was a heavy drinker.
This has been in here for a while.
Interesting.
Man. $12? What do you think I am? Made of money? Hawkins is like 68. $68, jeez. Wait, that is a tab, right?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker.
Yeah, I was about to say, like...
Interesting.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us."
You guys sound like you're a million miles away.
What did he say?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
It's the only thing that's happened on this island. The Cilia returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We've given up hope. The crew of the Cilia, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. Locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the Titian that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck and blah 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 blah. Warehouse for rent. Wow. Special evening at the stranded whale event. Or special evening at the stranded whale. Bleh. Yeah. Basically just their... This is the thing that put us on the map. We found a big fish.
Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Man, he's very, very into his book. Hey, he's having the bar milk too. Man, I almost can see it from like a profile. That is like, if that's supposed to be like a frothy beer, like that does not look like that.
We're true sirens.
We may not.
We poured him the green sludge, we did.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What's
I've
the
never
song?
heard this song before.
Only
Eggnog.
people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous
I like to think that
catch.
eggnog looks slightly
I saw
more
the movie.
appealing than what that
You
does.
don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
It's been out for a
That
while.
catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We put some of the seawater in it to preserve
Without it, the
it.
whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was
That's a weird
delicious.
way to put it. The
What
end
brought
of
Brian
whaling.
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer.
Turns out there's a lot of people trying to kill him.
Biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I
Well,
bid you farewell, gentlemen.
they can go back
Good
to
night,
drinking their eggnog.
stranger.
So long.
Just goes right back to singing. Well, let's talk to her. Cthulhu got hungry.
What you looking at, stranger?
You. 'Cause I'm talking to you. She can certainly put them away. Nothing at all. What is this woman like you doing in a place like this?
Clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Fine. You have nothing in your glasses though. Oh, nope, she's got the bar milk too. But everybody's drinking bar milk. Everybody, there's just one stray one here. I know what it is now. It's literally like it's like if you were to just pour foam, like you're over here trying to pour a beer and it's just foam. And then that's just what's left. It's just like It's just this bubbling foam. Let me just... Anything in the fire? What do you think in here? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go out the back. Never mind. I'm gonna go out the front. Turns out, can't go out the back. Well, I've learned nothing. Except for the place is haunted, people find it weird, I have to talk to Fitzroy. But then again, I feel like everything here is pretty weird. Look at this, like, there's a lot of weird mountains too. It's like a freaking crater. Like, I wish you could get like a sky angle of this. And then there's just this monolith in the middle. It's definitely a very weird image. The drinks would be like 60% water in a place like this. True. That would be very true.
Broken. This place seems half
There would be no froth. It would just be water. I swear it's a beer.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make sure your payment. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. She didn't write anything on the back. Hang on. I'm just trying to steal things. I mean, oh, you been here this whole time? Look, I'm quite the investigator. You know. That is pretty funny though that I'm just rummaging through these drawers, finding a letter
Priscilla.
Threatening him.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more
Looks a little blank.
I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
It's a weird thing. A functioning toilet. I didn't think I'd find one in a place like this. Oh, I can't go up there. Oh, maybe I can. Never mind. I found my own way. Like a true detective. And I'm learning medicine. Faster than you'll ever know. I don't think I've gained any points, have I? No. And I haven't lost sanity. I think. Yeah, I'm stable. Oh. I can level up things. Oh yeah, I can't level up these. I gotta find books. Man, what'll be good? Understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. Your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior, or in the analysis of objects. Sure. Sure, let's be a psychological occultist. I like the way it sounds. Or I could save it. Actually, you know what? Let's save it. It's only 1 point. Doesn't do any good. Who knows? Maybe we'll change our mind. There's a lot of harpoon guns around here. Makes me a little nervous. In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Yep, sure does. Also, he looks like he's wearing a friggin' metal boot on the other side. Anything? Nope. Nobody ever writes anything on the back. That's like prime real estate for clues or whatever the heck.
What a macabre souvenir.
It's where all the goodies are. It's on the back of the thing. Welp. Let's talk to old Fitzroy.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Sure.
These manifests
a
are
lot
signed
of
by
paper.
Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Anything on the back of them? No. Turns out they're all useless. I've wasted my time.
Broken. This place seems half.
I really just wanted to hit the bell. They didn't. They don't want to let
From
me.
here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of
There's
my
two
sailors,
words that they
the fights of the
overpronunciate. It's
stranded
harbor and bar.
Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
First of all, tell
The
me
manifests have been
everything.
blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Sure, why not? I thought the fishing stopped in
I'm
1847.
surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Ask him
I'm
about.
looking for
Oh yeah,
Warehouse 36.
I need to know about the
I
warehouse.
know where it is.
Look, it's right
They
there.
say it's haunted.
The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Oh yes, I can. Everything here
Understood.
looks the same.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Wouldn't it belong to friggin' Hawkins? That's why I need to go into it.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
And that's why all the incriminating evidence
I
is
shall be
there.
on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Oh, you give me too much credit, sir. Consolidate your journal. I think I got another point too, but again, yeah. We'll just save it till we feel like we need it. Ship owner, deceased. So yeah. Sarah Hawkins and all the Hawkins are deceased. She is a painter, he's a ship owner, and he's a schoolboy. A very prestigious occupation. Owner of the Stranded Whale Bar, captain, yeah. It's a lot of information. And the occult, I don't know why this would be a cult. Miraculous catch is what the locals called the last catch of their whales. In 1847, although whales were disappearing from the fishing zone of the dark water whalers, the crew of the Cilia made a gigantic and monstrous catch that saved the island from famine. They still celebrate this catch, and an article from the time still decorates the bar. It's strange how the memory seems so alive, as if it was maintained by the survivors. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Yeah. Nothing super in particular. And it seems as though some more of the town is open.
He's gonna get us into trouble.
Throw it into the sea.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
How much do you think they would catch? You know, there's a lot of fishing happening here. The water is particularly mossy green. Just feels like maybe not the best fishing location. Come on, I got a Fallout 4 pick lock that. Oh well.
Damnation! I broke it.
You mean to tell me I can't just like smash this?
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Smash the window, reach your hand inside. Crawl on the outside of the building. There's a window on the other side, right? No, there is not. Never mind. There's a very creepy statue. Saint Brendan, the Navigator.
Saint Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
A weird one. He needed occultism for that? He's just like, it's written with funny words. I feel like I'm being cheated. Like, yes, some wacky, it must be some wacky old language he's writing in. Oof. It's definitely a very interesting vibe for a town. Green is the vibe. You'll be happy when you can cast spells with occultism misinformation. If only this was the tabletop. I've never played the tabletop of Call of Cthulhu, but it was always one of the many tabletops that interested me the most. You too can play as distressed fishermen. Okay, so I have to go to one of those buildings. Maybe it's that building.
You live here?
Completely forget.
Why did you do that, huh? We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
And I'll ridicule him again. I've never done such a thing. Who's St. Brendan? I've just arrived,
How
you
can I be the
fools.
one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
Man.
For the moment. We're
For the
annoyed.
moment.
It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth
Those
to the statue.
bozos.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Murder. Wow, I don't even answer their question. What brings you to dark water? I'm out of here.
We'll see you later.
I'll just, you know.
Tell me, who's this guy?
No idea.
Who's this guy?
Why, we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking.
I'd like to go through that alleyway.
Go die of thirst, a lot of you. It'll stink less.
Passage looks like it leads to the Hawkins warehouse. Why does this belong to? If it isn't you to face... Is it you who defaced the
I went to see
statue?
the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you
You!
think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Me. I'm interested. Apparently not that much.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
I mean, I could just go through the front door, right? You know. Is this the front door? This isn't even a door. Nothing here.
Where do you think you're going?
To a warehouse.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Hey, I'm sort of a cop. I'm just like a really like B-rate version, you know? Others are interested.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Tell me your secrets. We're on the same team.
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
Turns out my eloquence is not good
Thank
enough.
you for your valuable.
Okay, sir.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna go through the front door.
They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
As soon as I figure out where the front door is. Like, I'm over here trying to sneak through alleyways, like, I don't need to do that. Just walk right on in. It's a warehouse. You're hiding
saw what
something.
happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of their boss?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Yeah, what are they doing?
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory.
They're storing alcohol in
asking.
it. Bootlegging and the
Go
like.
ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
I have no idea why this particular man is interesting enough to ask questions for. Is this not the warehouse? The answer is no.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Let me in. I'm too weak. Come on, I leveled up, spot hidden, and everything.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
I'm clearly capable. See?
This ratchet device seems
What?
to be usable.
I need, like... Apparently there's even more stuff.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
It's over 1,000 years old. How much crap is there in here? Not a ladder. There's like a spot up above. Oh. Yeah, we'll just... It's gotta be above me, right? That's it. Or maybe I don't even need
this
it.
old winch to lift the grating.
Okay, well... Apparently I'm missing something. Says the big blinky question mark in the corner. See, I didn't even need to deal with them. I'm able to see things that no one else can. Oh. I was apparently just blind.
It should be possible to mount this cog.
Which I totally forget how to put away my... Oh, I can lean. I don't know why I can do that, but okay. I have no idea how to put this lighter away. But hey, cost me nothing. Uh-oh.
Looks like everything. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Turns out I'm weak. Oh. Yes.
Damn, I broke it.
Oh. I broke it due to my massive muscles. I mean, yeah, I couldn't be weak if I broke it. How did it even break? Let me in. Well, it turns out I have to deal with people. And my eloquence is equally as bad.
Well, a little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. Hey. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my
I'm not
turf?
even in the warehouse. Let me through. Don't say anything. That's a good way to get out of a situation. People ask you questions, you just don't say anything. True. To be fair, yeah, like, that's also true. Like, I had no idea that this was the turf. I thought she just had the other warehouse. I had no idea.
That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Yeah.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything. I mean, there's no need to attack.
You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Of course I do. And I'll even take pleasure in doing it.
That's pretty extreme. Goes straight for the knife.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
I can crawl back.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Joke's on you. I'm going to expend every possible resource imaginable. Let's see, we talked to him. Can't do it.
You again. I told you to beat it.
I mean, yeah, I'm
no
pretty
need
sure.
To get worked up.
Oh, I straight up cannot talk to him. Still them. Like, I haven't really talked with them.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Though I am curious. First of all, could I just go back? Technically, yes. There's really no reason for me to
You
go
don't
back.
see one like her every day, do you?
Yes. Cat is an extraordinary woman.
Damn right. There's nobody more intimidating than her on the docks. Except the captain, of course. But you're lucky that she left you alive. She must think that you can be of use to her.
Getting beat up again.
With that, please do excuse me, because I'd prefer not to be seen talking with you for too long.
True, I could get beat up again. Which would be very funny. It's even funnier, though, because I didn't do anything. Like, I literally walked in and was like, okay, I fixed this, like, winch, and then I left, and it's like, what are you doing around here? It's like, nothing. I basically did nothing. Oh, now she has an audience.
Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after.
Everybody got really sweaty all of a
God
sudden.
in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
I didn't even fight you.
Asian guts.
I purposely wasn't fighting
I've got them
you.
too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
What if I... Now I really do kind of just want to walk back in. I mean, I don't see why I would lie. I'm doing a thing.
Investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
You really don't.
Why do you all think me weird?
If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
This is a very strange town. It's because of the green, isn't it? I need help to get into the warehouse. I mean, you know, I guess she'd be the first one to ask, you know. I thought she was the biggest danger. True.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we are gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people
the
truly
whale men.
worship their ancestors.
I'm kind of curious, you know. Yeah,
I need to get into the Hawkins.
I need it into the warehouse, please.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
That's why I asked, ding dong. Would I have taken that risk?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you. To make sure you don't stick your
So you
nose
put a
into
lot
things
of
that don't
effort to
concern
keep
you.
me out just to go, okay, you can go in.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
No. I mean, like, I haven't even exhausted all my options.
I don't think I'm
you know?
ready to pay the price.
As you wish. But I think you'll be back.
You don't know me. I mean, come on.
You again.
There's a lot of people I can hassle. Come on.
That'll be all for now.
This guy isn't gonna give me any of the bar milk. Yeah, like I still got 2 drunk people over there. Still got Fitzroy over there. Because apparently he's like the other big dog. She's over here like, I need you to be indebted to me forever for getting into a building.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
These guys are clearly the main characters. I think I already asked. Well, no, I haven't, because, yeah.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
There's this weird cubby hole over here.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that
No, that's a shoe.
chance anyway.
It's just trying to correct him even though he's right. Yo.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Yeah, you already said
Saw you
that.
talking to the 2 soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I could.
I've got to get inside.
What's the harm, right?
It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
Because you were all the way out here.
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
What's with you wandering
Okay.
around here like a
Round
hungry dog?
2.
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die.
Okay. What does it belong to? You work for Cat. I already know this. I feel like this isn't...
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
You're gonna make
No,
this
it's very
complicated
simple,
for me.
In fact, fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now we don't
I'll
give a damn
kill
about
to
you.
get in here.
Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Okay. I guess...
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss.
I don't know why that
She
would be
says
such a
who
shocker
goes
that
in
you
or
could
not.
guess that. Like,
Shut up,
oh.
you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
We're
She
really
sounds
just like
frightening.
phoning it in here.
And she doesn't like to be
yes.
talked about behind her
Cat. Okay.
I bid you, gentlemen.
I don't know why this information is like shockingly new. I feel like
If I
it's-
can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Well, look who's back.
I feel like drunks
Did
and
you miss
bootleggers. I mean, come on. Yeah.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken
Apparently, they would also have told
Only
me.
they would kill each other.
Get rid of the two guards. Who is Cat? I feel like everything's been done very out of order.
I
Yeah.
have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's
Yes.
in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Fantastic. Don't have any on me.
Exactly.
I'll try to find some.
I've personally drank it all. So now I need liquor. Which I have a sneaking suspicion there's not a lot of places that I can find it.
Shysters, you're crazy. They're cops. They can't
I bet... Well... I mean, yeah, I doubt I can just, like, get a bottle. This guy won't even give me a drink. Yo, I need a
Let's
bottle.
say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege.
This
to whoever I
guy
want.
doesn't like
Anything
business.
That'll be all for now.
Welp, seems we're exhausting all of our options.
We're
Who
no
are you?
longer at home on our own island.
I don't even know who you are.
It's not worth the effort.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Friggin' make a path. The bootleggers have blocked access to the warehouse.
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Turns out, I'm pretty sure I can't. because apparently this is definitely the funniest thing. It sounds like I have done just that. I have no skills capable
What can I
of getting through to the other side.
I shall be on.
So come back.
Though to be fair, I probably didn't need skills for this guy. I just needed to do the whole like, I am so sorry. Because apparently they get their feelings hurt very easily. And I don't think there's any way to fix it.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had
But hey,
problems?
let's find out.
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar.
What?
The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
It's none of my business, says the guy running the business. And, yeah.
Let's say I'm
drinking anything.
Yeah, because he's all
That'll
like,
be all.
You have done one thing. And I don't think you can fix... Because, like, I don't think you can level up something to, get a second chance.
Trouble. You can't understand. You're not seeing.
Because, yeah, like, I think here I straight up can't enter it. Not even knowing, like, what's in there, let alone.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
So, yeah, I'd have to do the cat way of doing it, where I'm apparently, quote-unquote, indebted. I'm indebted to her, because getting inside this warehouse. It's just funny on how there's... It's like a... You would think that this would be a thing. I'm a little curious, though, if you can redo a skill. If you, like Disco Elysium style.
So,
I'll be back.
take your time.
What's with
We saw you. Go die.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really do.
I bid you. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
There's literally no other way. I have expended every option that I know of. I'm too weak. I can't talk. Which is pretty crazy that this one, like, requires two. I didn't get beat up, though. So yeah, I apparently just need to be chaperoned.
Hey, Mitchell.
Unless...
A drink for our new friend.
I can do something else.
I owe you.
Yeah.
Huh. You didn't back, so tell me.
Yeah, she's gonna...
I'm invested.
Fair, but it's let me if you...
blabbering about...
I need...
You're out of... Are you...
I'm losing my patience. A little bit, I mean, I don't know.
I'm very serious. The whole family died in a fire. And I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Maybe something will change.
Well, I see you're serious.
That's literally what I
honest,
said.
As long as it doesn't interfere, but I'll go with you.
Sounds honest.
But yeah.
If I do, you'll be, and I think about...
Do I have a choice?
Oh. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They
Yeah, apparently he gave up very quickly because when I needed to ask how to get in, he's just like, do the other thing.
Get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness.
I can't walk at the same speed. It's a problem that's plagued me since the beginning of gaming kind.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat.
Here, I'll just walk in circles around you.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
See, I told you she sent me. I technically wasn't lying. A lot of dead-end paths. Broken ladders. I have the strength to move a basic metal sheet. She disappeared. Oh. Oh, well, there's another lock. I wouldn't
Do
have...
I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you.
I like on how now she's like, haha, you couldn't get here alone. And it's like, yeah, because apparently you're very protective of a building, but then also not for things. Like,
what is the connection?
It's definitely weird that she's... This lady is protecting a place covered in blood. So, turns out she's the killer. Oh, did I need to... I'm going into my mind palace.
What happened here?
Well, clearly, an ethereal being punched this.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Look, man. I'm not gonna say that, you know, to be fair, this is the kind of detective work I was expecting. I can't believe that
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
I can relate to this killer. Le Petit Parisien. And then we have a spooky painting.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine?
Did I imagine what? I feel like something skipped there. And now we're all back to normal. Okay, I got 3 points now. It might make more sense to level up some more psychology. Yeah. I'm all into psychology. Apparently occultism, though I think it's going to fall behind very quickly unless I find more. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't need to be like cemented. Man, it doesn't take a lot to be very occult here. Does the patron saint of whales and whalers still protect the sailors of Darkwater? Visibly, there were other gods before Saint Brendan, and their worshippers do not seem to be of this opinion. Locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. Man, this place is just full of cultists. We have the warehouse. I mean, yeah. Well, that literally took no time at all. I discovered little to nothing. And, yeah. I'll just leave now.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce.
And you guys...
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Yeah, and... strength/professional. Let's team up. Yeah.
You seem like a competent officer.
It's literally what I was trying to do outside.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
It's not manipulation, it's literally a suggestion.
Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
Well, I'm already done here, so...
It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
You're a little late to the party.
You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
So now it's just even more confusing, because I suggested working together.
Damn it. Her again.
For him to just suggest working together.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion?
I get it. Everyone here hates each other.
Mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge.
We live in a giant crater. Yes, it's very far.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
It's a very spooky mansion. It's up on top of the hill. Let's see. Garden of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation, as well as a partially charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation, and then he kind of denied, and then he did it anyway. The officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. I'd definitely be very interested to see what a high psychology would do, because he literally does the thing that you do anyway. There's a gate. Let me in. Oh, he has a key. Took him forever
Well,
to...
here we are, Hawkins mansion.
Took him forever to get out of the car and actually open the door.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his HUD.
You know this place very well. I mean, yeah, why is the caretaker still here?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Is there anything I have to ask you? I thought the mansion burnt into fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
Oh, I'm gonna
take
torment
a closer
him.
Look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I have so many questions. You know this place
You're the
very
one who
well.
looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Nope. Absolutely nothing. This place is falling into ruin. Well, it did have a fire in it that killed 3 people.
Night falls quickly here.
I can't believe this place is a hunk of junk.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Also, he has a gun and I don't. Where are we going? Apparently we're going that way. Is there like a particular way that we gotta go, or?
1693. This house is much older than it seems. But the architecture seems too recent.
I mean, I would like to think that they did some modifications. 1693. Man, I can't believe this house looks so new. It got very ominous when we entered here.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
There's been a murder. Someone desecrated one of the graves.
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
It's a strange final resting place.
Why were they buried here?
In this creepy courtyard.
That it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
I've seen enough. Even though I
Please
did.
give me a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see
Poor
him
kid.
back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity
you
on
don't
this
know
poor
that.
family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
So someone broke one and freshened the other ones up. There was a way over here. I think. Yeah, that's blocked.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened.
Where the heck did it fall? Oh, I guess it was like bloop. I feel like with how green this place is, you shouldn't have like a little picnic area. You're bound to, you know, catch something. Small wooden whale, a figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy that sailors made for their children. Then I just huck it. Ugh.
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives.
Well, time to go visit a mansion. Also, interestingly enough, I don't have my cop chaperone. He's gonna be back there. What's the harm? Game saved. That's not concerning.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Just climb in through a window. Turns out all the windows are boarded up. It's a slow-moving bird.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Well, that's a little concerning, you know. I wanted the axe for myself. I'm sure. Yeah, nothing negative can happen.
Whoa! You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Everybody here is very hostile.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay
Maybe
here
don't do
to
the
honor
strength or
memory of
eloquence
deceased.
options.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident.
How about
But
you
Stephen
don't
Webster has
axe
several
me?
reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old
Almost read that as you're the
And I did
hinderer
tell
of the
him
work
that we should let the
police.
dead rest
To
in
be
peace.
fair,
He wants to
it's
restore
kind of
the
how it's been
reputation
feeling like.
I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded
It's
the
full
entrance.
of
That's right.
aliens.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You want to get rid of me. Shouldn't really need this key.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye.
Giant rats.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn.
I have one with sheer tenacity. Badgering him to death. Can I get down there? Yeah, I think. Yes, he can't stop me from breaking and entering into his home. Now that he's down there.
This gate is locked.
He's given me a key, but only for the one door. I don't know how much exploration benefits in this game, but hey. A lot of weird nooks and crannies. Figured, what's the harm? There's a bottle.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Man, the meal of champions. An apple and a bottle of whiskey.
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
He's got metal hooks, a chair.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
Dang. I wanted to break into his house. Let me in. Oh, this is probably if you can't get the key. This is probably where he puts it. Turns out I can do that well. I can get a key. Turns out I'm not completely useless. He also has a lot of axes. It's got one axe for attacking and one axe for chopping. Either that or it's a massive oversight. Okay. Time to break and enter. Sort of.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Now
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect
it wasn't fun and games. He wanted to murder me. Everybody on this part of the island, I guess, sucks. They're terrible people. Now that you've done having your fun and games with a man who tried to murder you. Like, it wasn't really by choice, you know?
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Hawkins Mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker, still faithful to his employers. Keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm him down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pierce and Bradley? Ain't no Bradley in sight for that one. You better cross his name out. Yeah. Pierce managed to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins Mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire.
Follow me. I know the place.
Yeah, I know your
Who
place.
left this light on?
Man, they definitely treat you like the imbecile that you may or may not be. I'm gonna be so psychological by the time this is done. They're just throwing points at me. Who left this green light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
That is a weird looking fish. Enter the Mind Palace. One, there's a funny fish.
What kind of meat is this?
A weird one. Definitely like... It's like if tuna was tofu.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Find the fire. Well, there's a fireplace. That would make sense. He stood up so fast, his chair bounced into the fireplace, bounced out, caught the floor on fire, killed everyone. Man, there really needs to be a zoom button. I'm, apparently having a very hard time finding where a fire would be. which is really weird. Oh.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
He threw it down in an act of defiance.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened.
Because it looks like that.
An argument?
It's got tentacles, but also isn't a squid. I feel like that's a pretty fair thing to not want to touch.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer.
You know it.
This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next.
What do you mean we don't have all day? Yes, we do. They're dead. I literally have no rush. We don't have all day. We can't just investigate.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon, ready to go somewhere, but without Charles.
Aw, snap. That has to... Oh, there's a dead rat. It touched the food and died. That's not a good sign. You know, that feels kind of like an immediate red flag. My dinner. It killed an animal that touched it. Yum yum. Bone apple tea.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
That is a weird photo. That, like, it's him with a gun in front of a bunch of pyramids, like he's hunting pyramids. Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? Well, whatever he was looking for, he did it like a psychopath, because, like, I feel like you need to pose like this in front of, you know, a mounted animal head or something.
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just...
He's zoning out.
Away.
I don't know, I feel like that's how most photos were in like the 1920s and earlier. It's like we can't smile or
Let's
anything.
see if I can find something the cops missed.
Enter the Mind Palace. It's very smoky in here. I found a bottle.
Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Everyone here is.
They had a fight. Why? The child's corpse left a trace.
He's a heavy drinker.
Where are the others? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
She kind of like did the old like pour Vaseline or something on it.
Did
you know?
Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Lose one of her shoes. I mean, they're just shoes. Like, they're not, like, bolted on, you know? Shoes. It can never, like...
Did it stop at
you
the
know,
time of the fire?
fall off. Crawl into the fireplace.
Did someone escape the fire?
Leave my mind palace.
Blood.
I've deduced everything.
His lamp was thrown. This was no accident.
Man, I did an expert job in a matter of a second.
This was a fight.
Where'd the cop go? He just like...
A desperate attempt to flee.
Apparently while also on fire.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make
Have you been there the whole time? It's official. The police botched this investigation. Yeah.
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
Everything. Let's see. The bodies were displaced.
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away.
Oh, what a coinky dink.
Without your authorization. By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So, well.
Someone had a little bit too much to drink.
Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
Because everyone's a heavy drinker. The time of the fire doesn't
I was
match.
under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides,
hey, it doesn't have to
Dr.
be
Fuller
Silas.
confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
You don't find that suspicious?
Honest, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family.
And he's clearly a
I'm sure he
supervillain.
took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it.
Oh, man.
Let's move on.
I feel like these two are just, you know, I mean that one especially. The fire was caused by a lamp. It's like, yeah, that's how fires would get started, I suppose.
It would seem at least
But someone did escape.
Fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Man, there's a lot of sass happening here. I mean, yeah, it wasn't an accident.
This fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I literally just said a crime of passion. I mean, they had a fight, apparently. I feel like these two are kind of the same. A couple had a fight and a crime of passion. I mean, it'd be kind of similar, I would think.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
By kicking this door down. I got another point, man. Yes, keep them
I
coming.
just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
What, are you married to Chief West?
This door is locked.
I don't want Chief West to think of me any differently. Hey, look, a book of medicine. Yes, this all medicine run is definitely paying off. Didn't I find like 3 of these? It hasn't like budged an inch. What the heck? I don't suppose there's a billion more books here.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
I mean, that right there should be more evidence. Like, yo, there's
Lyrics of the Drunken Sailor. A sea shanty.
What do we do with a drunken sailor? And then I leave. Dang.
This door is blocked from the outside. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
My God. That was written 2 years ago. I'm getting a psychic presence here. Hang on, I gotta play on their creepy piano. Moby Dick.
Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
It's
mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it feels a little on the nose. It's because we're in a whaling town. I'm not talking to you. This man has given me enough sass.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Human body. Another medicine book. Man, these people loved medicine. Oh. It's a very cool effect, but I thought it was a glitch. I touch everything.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by 2 families.
I just need more books, you know?
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting.
It's pulsating. That's something.
20,000 leagues under the sea.
Again, very on the nose.
About the mysteries of
Is that like a staple that you have to do if you're living on like a coastal town? Like, okay, 20,000 leagues under the sea, Moby Dick, you know. Hang on, what are some other ones that we...
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. This is the 1910s, I'm assuming, because this is the 1920s and they probably died recently, you know, who knows. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses, and these disturbances were to reoccur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Welland. I do love calling the police. It just takes me forever to, like, wind up my phone, you know? Because everything requires a crank. There's a rat in the house. Somebody clawed at the back of a painting. Really freaking dark.
Boys' room.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. He couldn't fit wonderful on one thing, though.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
I feel like that's kind of reading into it pretty harsh. Now this...
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
We're not going to talk about the really weird photos here. The pictures.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Everything.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
And the Wizard of Oz only made it worse. The boys' room. The photos are gone. How did I see them? How do I know they exist? Oh, there they are.
What was going through that?
I was about to say, like, that's kind of weird because they're not there anymore. I found the office key. I'm a friggin' genius.
What will her room reveal about her?
Is this the office? No, this is not. Something is glowing green in the corner.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Dr. Thomas Fuller, Riverside Institute, Darkwater, Massachusetts, date 07/21/24. 75 milligrams of ambarbital sodium to be taken every 4 to 6 hours as requested. If attacks become too violent, add 25 milligrams of up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol, any other medication during the period of treatment. Thomas. Yeah.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
She was always violent after taking her non-violence medicine.
Barbiturates.
Oh look, the
Sarah
thing
Hawkins
I
must have been
read.
extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
It all comes down to this. Come on, you can do it. You can lockpick this. No, I cannot. I thought I had a key.
This padlock is too complicated for me.
This padlock is too... Oh, I did have the key, but apparently it only works on the one direction. Somebody summoned something. There's a lot of paintings of a melted face.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Man, they're friggin' expensive. During this day and age, $230. Painting of Boston Client, painting of JF, 170. Boston Client, 200, 230, 350. 270, 410, 600, 1,160. One's a gift, and it's called the Shambler. I like it. So that's probably the funniest thing about this is painting for, you know, continues that way, you know, painting for somebody, the Shambler for FS.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together, and forever it will bind us. Or if you're really bad at reading cursive, it will lend us. Lined us. I was about to say, like, we're not gonna...
Sarah Hawkins.
Not gonna talk about the giant ritual circle in the middle of the room. The ceremonial circle. Oh. Man, that would have been interesting, though. There was something on the roof. Okay. And I can't open this, can I? Yeah.
The door is blocked.
Apparently it's locked, and I have a key, but it doesn't work.
Bradley? Is that you?
Bradley, are you clawing the walls? Bradley, you're obligated to answer. You have to. Man, what if I could just, like, cheat? Hang on. Oh, come on. Dang it.
Is anyone there?
No. That's the best way to get someone to go away. When they ask that. Is someone there? Oh. Oh, okay, well, bye. He has weird priorities when searching a room. Is someone there? Proceeds to, like, kick the floor. Just kind of scuffing it, like, take that. Alright. This looks like me. But, like, in a really dumb... That man freaking punched me. Stop. You get back here. You freaking jerk. Ugh. That was very overly animated.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
Bradley, why do you suck?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I still don't know how to put away. Hang on. How the heck do I put away this light? Light. Middle mouse button. I do not remember that.
I'll cover you.
You may switch from one light source to another. I think he's down this hall.
This door was closed earlier.
I mean, yeah, let's use my lighter. Doesn't cost oil.
Where did he go?
Did I just gain 4?
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them
and
back
some occultism.
The fugitive came in here. I don't see any way out.
Man, quite the detective.
It looks like an old Seaway map.
It sure does. Scylla, the Prodigal, the Ophius, and the Saint Claude, something, I don't know. Oil refilled.
Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her.
That's not weird. These letters have been opened, but visibly have not left Charles Hawkins' office. They are tied together but carefully knotted braid. Why did Hawkins intercept his wife's mail? Because he's a psychopath.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
In the photograph, Charles Hawkins and Captain Fitzroy are posing with a third man. They seem close.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. It's been highlighted. I wonder why.
I mean, if you can make out any details from this map, like, okay, there's this, and then there's this, and X. And map of Darkwater, hand drawn by Charles Hawkins. Some places have been circled.
This panel is movable.
Poke. I moved it.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Force the gear.
We'd be better off not touching them for the moment.
Yeah, let's not. Let's...
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
I have found scuff marks.
Seems like this came from a log.
Sailor's logbook. Monday, 24th May 1847. 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island, we sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, 30th May 1847. 47 north, 55 west. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we are no longer ignore their sad fate, but as eating these huge beasts. I told Hamilton that it is a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st June 1847. 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Man, that, like, shifted real quick. Turns out there is some freaky beast, you know. Friday, 4th June, 1847, 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. Wednesday, 23rd June, 1847, 33 north, 53 west. We've caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go in memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Tuesday, 29th June 1847. Darkwater. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. Cecilia and Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
If you say so.
This globe
oh.
seems to be part of some mechanism.
Oh, God. It's a globe.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
As we all do. There is apparently something else mysterious and or missing in my vision. Unless they mean this. Just gonna crawl under the desk. Don't mind me, Bradley. I'm doing good detective work. This,
This Dr. Fuller. Was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist?
Sure, why not? Charles, I understand your worries, but I assure you that Sarah is in good hands here at the Riverside Institute. It goes without saying that her state requires very specific care and a high level of attention. Her full potential will only be able to express itself if it's placed in a secure environment and surrounded by qualified staff. The decision is yours, of course, but I seem to understand that you are running out of time. Your friend, Thomas Fuller. Okay, well, that's everything, and seems I've got nothing. I could force the gears. Why not? There's no negative, right? I just crush my fingers.
I can't budge these gears. I need a tool.
Bradley, get over here. Oh yeah, why doesn't Bradley do it? He's just standing there like,
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater's shore for years.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Is this...
Looks like the navigational
totally
paths
cut him off.
described in the log.
The Scylla is 57 north, 51 west. I guess. Well, there's also these, but man, they're really hard to read. Where the heck are the numbers? There's these. 57. "57" is like in the middle of, like, I don't know, Russia. If we just like wing it, like, I don't know, this is close, right?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
57 north, 51 west. That's like way up north. Like 51 would be like ish. And then what was it? Like 60, 51. Do that. Nope.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
I can't zoom in, so like I've only got the numbers that I can see, because there's also like these here that are like overwritten. Somebody has added coordinate. Somebody has added coordinates to this old sea map. They made up a journey. 57, 51. I mean, I would think it would be the Scylla, right? Everything is focused around the Scylla. 50, 51. How
Doesn't work.
Dare you?
I must have missed something.
Where's that freaking note? Where's that whiny note? That
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
Yeah, there's that whiny note where he's
there
like...
must be a link with the Seaway map.
Let's see. Maybe it's when they caught it. So 33, 53. 33... 50? 53?
Doesn't work. There must be a link
The heck?
with the Seaway map.
Let's see. It doesn't help with the fact that I feel like I keep forgetting the coordinates. 33, 53 west. 53 would be like, yeah. Bam! See,
like
I was just on the wrong side. I'm a freaking genius. I never did check the upstairs. Hey, how about you stay here? I'm gonna come back. Bye. No, just leave him behind. You know, Bradley kind of deserves it, to be honest. Kind of deserves to be left behind. I feel like even though people could say that this detective is incompetent, I've done more than Bradley. Like, I never investigated more of the room. They took the painting of me. Oh my god. I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be the whole, like, you're hot on the trail. Dang. Hang on, Bradley. I was just trying to be, you know, super, like, investigative. And got burned. Trying to be very proactive. But no. We gotta move on the killer's time, not on my time. Get me into this weird place. Ugh. That's a cave. Tunnels under the Hawkins mansion. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the officer of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley entered the tunnel under the mansion.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective.
Thanks for specifying.
That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look,
Jury seats.
Someone's been here recently.
Got some funny art. I mean, of course somebody's been here recently. There was a dude.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
Well, there were 3 people he was with, right?
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest? What is this mask supposed to represent?
Wow, so my occultism is as high as it is, and I'm still like, oh. I've got nothing. Just it's definitely interesting on how you can just shake. Apparently there's something else here. Anything under the table? Ah.
This piece of cloth is unmistakable.
That was very...
Was Sarah Hawkins here?
That was definitely very tucked away. Can I break into this?
This symbol.
Yeah, apparently yes.
What does it mean?
It's the cane from Jurassic Park. It's like that's the handle, and then yeah. Series of studies of an unknown symbol. He had a rough draft though. He was like, that's not it. And then he made like this version that was slightly better, and he was, that's not it. Then he made the extra fancy one. He was like, nah. Apparently we're not questioning this. This is just modern art. The weird jutting out doodad. Man, I could have totally shoved you in there, Bradley. It's still green even underground. Thus cementing that there is in fact something wrong with this place.
Pierce, where you going? I can't keep up with you in this darkness.
Are you scared? I want to see how far these steps go.
Who's talking about being scared? I'll wait for you by the door.
Find the thief's trail, go to the main cave. Go to the main cave. Why the heck am I down here? The door's got to be locked, right? I mean, come on. Yeah. It's locked. I don't look like the fool now do I? I'm just gonna go into this really tight crevice that surely won't cave in at a moment's notice.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
That's a very fragile dream catcher. And an even weirder statue that I can't examine.
A sad way to go.
Sucks to be you, bro. Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 2. In this volume, there's a mention of the beliefs of the Lost Tribe. They worshipped an entity that spoke to them in their sleep. The whole tribe seemingly disappeared in a mass sacrifice to the glory of their deity.
A sad way to go. These paintings must be several centuries old.
They got the little fishies, and they got dudes having a nap. They got a funny building going, and strange symbols. Clearly nothing weird.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Sure, let's go with that one. Go with the thing that you said.
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
It's interpretation, man.
These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
As they do. You mean to tell me I can't take mention of the weird statue? It's very strange, but okay.
These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
Maybe I just need better light is all. Or maybe not. I have gotten quite a few points. There's a dude over there. Again. You could just like
well done, Pierce.
Shout at him, you know?
It looks like you found our fugitive. This door is securely shut. I'll look for another passage.
It's an underground cave.
You could have just gone with me.
Yeah, I can see that. You, please excuse me, but given your condition, I'll stick to my idea. I'm not cut out for this kind of acrobatics.
All right. Look for another entrance.
Just shoot the door.
I'll try to catch up with our man.
Let me in. Did you try turning the handle? Bet he didn't try turning the handle. Man, my running sound.
Time has weakened these structures.
Sounds like I have like the very short legs of a child or something. Pitter, 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 pitter. Can I not examine whatever the heck that is?
I don't have time to search them all.
I don't have time for this. But I do have time for this. Green. Apparently no, I don't even have... Oh, there we go.
Looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
Nothing like neon green animal oil. Everything here is green. Even the fire is green.
What's going on here?
What could be happening?
Piers! Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
How are you doing over there?
You got me into.
Just this echoey chamber.
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
What's going on your end? I kind of want to like not sneak, you know. I'm just curious to see. Just gonna run through. Walk, maybe. It's me.
A mass grave.
In a big hole.
A table for sacrifice?
Fish sacrifice. I just leave.
Locked.
Wow, it's a photo of me. They're trying to kill me even though it's a photo of me. Oh my god.
I got it.
I'm in the hole. Oh, it's the creature from Jaws.
It can't.
I'm reliving this moment. Panic attack. Some situations and encounters will make you panic. Flee the place as fast as you can. What if I just go back? Do I get the panic attack even though I'm... Oh, yeah. That's actually pretty interesting, but also a little weird.
No, damn it!
Oh.
I must find a way out of here.
Turns out I was right the whole time. It's like you calm down and then you're like, okay, I'll go back. Oh my god!
Is it my turn? Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
Or you'll
I dream
explode.
of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
It's like in my dream.
But different. Just gonna walk around.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
It's a crazy looking bone. Found this dagger in the tunnels under Hawkins Manor. Its owner left it behind when he went with the other hooded men. I'm becoming more occult. Wow.
I can't read Latin.
Man. Single-handedly stopped me from being an occultist. I can't read Latin. Shoot. Really mucked up this one. Use your little lighter. Okay, now I could just sail away. Because there's no sea creature in the water this time. That was just in my dream. There's also nothing here. Including no bolt cutters. Why did my dream have the bolt cutters? Just chilling. Got their arms up in the air, waving them around.
You who sleep, accept this dream.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fatag.
Look at how I'm just walking around.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Oil.
Yibithink Padk Cthulhu Bithinkal.
I'm not sneaking.
Grant him your mind.
I feel.
Oh.
You are gifted indeed.
Just
Not
gonna,
another word.
Just gonna keep walking.
Let him pass.
Kind of want to just walk in front of him, you know?
All sleep.
It's the call of the void.
Into the kingdom of
It speaks.
more sacred flesh.
Yo, what's up, my dudes?
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
What the heck? Oh, shucks. It got squished.
Again, this primitive writing.
Whoa, man, you can't just go around saying things are primitive.
We are ready for the ceremony.
Oh.
An intruder.
Hey, man, what's going on? He checked my pulse at least. That's all the time that I have for, which is kind of why I did that. But yeah, we might do more of it, or we might not. Hard to say. But it was fun nonetheless. It was a game that I remember playing and enjoying and beating. But we might continue the adventure. But if we don't, there are still other games that I have set up in the wayside. But thanks everyone for joining, stopping on by, and feel free to do all the things down below. Join the Discord, check out the YouTube page. Discord's where I usually inform people when I'm going live. Same thing with Twitter or X. My bad. I'm never updating that, by the way. It'll just say Twitter. But yeah, I will see you all tomorrow at the same time as usual, where we will potentially be doing the Dead by Daylight event. And then after that, we'll do another solo single player thing. Yeah, lots of stuff planned. Feel free to swing on by. See you then.